Angel Reese. That's all.
Oh
This
my
is idol.
goodness. Hey, listen. I do have to give it up. Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, Paige Beckers, they looked amazing at the Met Gala. I definitely was appreciative of the outfits they had on. Unfortunately, Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade just as zesty. They even had The Rock up there with a dress on. I mean, come on, man. It's horrible, what these guys have on. I mean, I don't get it. The fashion style out now is just absolutely disgusting, man. Can't have stuff like this. One thing I agree with Claudio, back in your day, I call y'all the dinosaurs. They wouldn't have been dressing like this on the sideline or
No, sir.
walking around like The Rock with a daggone dress on. It's unacceptable, man. But
And Luth, if I can add something real quick, Jim made me do something here real quick. I've come up with 13 centers right now that I take over Jokic. We'll get to that, but I'm just saying I already came up with 13.
Brian, I'm on the air with somebody here I'm on a
hold up. All right, we'll pull Ralph back on. It looked like he was on a call. Listen, you cannot come up with 13.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
13?
13.
We're going to go through that one time for sure, because I have him top 15.
But I want you to be honest, though, and I want Rome. I want Rome and Jim to comment because they've seen these guys. That you're a young buck, okay? But I want some backup from those guys.
I'm old. Me and Rome the same age. Get out of here, Claudia. You have your list now.
Claudio, you know what? That kind of hurts a little bit over there. You're telling me that slice is thick over there.
Claudio.
No. Okay, I meant you're a historian. Rome, I meant you're a historian, brother. That's what I meant.
Clean it up, Claudio. Claudio, are you have your 13 right now?
Yes.
Okay, give them to us.
Not in order.
Yeah, just give them to us.
But for me, Wilt number one, Wilt. Okay. But I just wrote down. I wrote Wilt, Kareem, Bill Walton, Akeem, Bob Lanier, Artis Gilmore, Shaq, Bill Russell, Dave Collins, Nate Thurman, Parrish, Wes Unseld, and George Mikan.
He went to George Mikan.
George Mikan, come on, man.
I mean, he can make layups with both hands. We know that.
He was dominant. He was dominant in his day. He was the first big man. He was the
yeah. He was playing against guys that were 6 feet.
So what? Jokic is playing against something with no physicality. They leave him open.
Claudia, that's horrible, man. Okay. I could give you Wilt and the Kareems and the Hakeems.
I want to ask the historian, Big Rome.
No.
I need the list in front of me. You said a lot of names over here that I will probably disagree.
We're going to put that on. We're going to put that on the agenda for next week.
We're going to have to do that.
We're going to do that next week because you just threw that.
And Luther, if
threw that list together, brother.
If Paul Pierce was a center, I'd put him in there.
Okay. All right.
Now you over here spitting profanity. That's what he's doing now. He just
That's crazy. Let's jump into the comments real quick. We got Ralph is back in. Underground is in the house, man. Check him out. He was on yesterday. He comes on Sunday. Simone, happy birthday, Simone. Happy birthday,
Simone.
Happy birthday, Simone.
And he agrees with the Joker. All right. Now you agree with me on the Joker, or you agree with Claudio saying he has 15 centers above him? I don't know about that.
I take Bill Lambier over him.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you tripping?
Listen, that's pure hate, there. That's pure hate. But let's get to the topic of the day. We putting it on the agenda because you're disrespecting Joker. I thought I disrespected him, but you're worse. Is he even in your top 20, Claudio?
I'll think about it.
Oh my God.
He got Ronnie Cycli over him. I don't know.
All right, let's get Jim.
I like Ronnie Cycli.
Jim, bring us back to the table. Let's do that AFC North draft recap. Smoking Jim. I think you had the Cleveland Browns on your schedule. Talk about that, the grade you give it, and what you think about the draft. And Will Filling. Go ahead. Smoking Jim.
In 30 years, I've awarded over 12,000 people in my hometown. But let's go to Cleveland Browns. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns. Hey, listen. In my opinion, the two best drafts, and both of them got an A. Cleveland got an A plus. Was the Rams because they got Ty Simpson and next Joe Montana. Whenever you get Joe Montana, bro, you get an A.
Oh,
But Cleveland, I don't know if they got the coach. But I tell you what, first of all, congratulations to Sabor Sanders for going back and getting his degree at Colorado, man. That's huge. When you're a multi-millionaire and you still go back to school to dedicate yourself to get your degree, man. You know, all those bad things they say about the young man, I don't know why they hate on him. But, hey, listen, they got the Samoan in the first round. They had 2 first-round picks. Luther, they got the Samoan, what an outstanding guy. And then they get maybe the best receiver in the draft, all-around receiver in KC Concepcion. This guy reminds me of Rick Upchurch, who used to play for the Denver Broncos back in the day. Man, it's just instant offense when you get the ball in his hands, punt returns, kickoff returns, you know, all of that. And don't forget, Rick Upchurch played at Minnesota with Tony Dungy and my cousin, Bubby Holmes, who was recruited to Pitt over Tony Dorsett. And I think Doran Dickerson put a poll out there who's the best running backs, and a lot of people that they ever seen in the WPIL. A lot of people put my cousin, the late great Bubby Holmes from Menneson. Then they got a guy that you really like, Lou, Denzel Boston, a wide receiver from Washington, and they got I thought that the NFL evaluated this guy. He was a first round. He carried a first round grade for me. Emmanuel McNeil Warren played at Toledo. Don't forget Mitchell, who's first team All Pro in his second year, along with DeJean. Mitchell played at Toledo, and the Steelers passed on DeJean. And that's a good safety for them. And they might have got a steal late in the 7th round in Carson Ryan, a tight end from BYU that was well-traveled from a lot of different schools. He was co-captain of Boston. He's only 6'3", 260. Reminds me of the guy that's starting to drop passes there for the Ravens. That had a great career. That tight end there, the white tight end for the Ravens.
Andrews?
Yeah, he reminds me of a young Mark Andrews before he started dropping passes. But the steal of the draft, and I tell you what, man, I don't know how teams passed on Randall Cunningham, Taylor Green from Arkansas in the 6th round. Listen, this guy, 6'6". A lot of people compare him to, Terrell Pryor before he got stabbed, and maybe the quarterback from Carolina. But this guy, vertical jump, unbelievable. Willing to learn, and I tell you what, he always reminded me of Randall Cunningham when Randall Cunningham was at UNLV. Don't forget, Randall Cunningham wasn't an All-American quarterback at UNLV because all he did was hand off to Ickey Woods, but he was a 2-time All-American punter. But Buddy Ryan seen the magic. I see the magic in Taylon Green, and I tell you what, there's trade value there. If Sanders stay healthy, him and Watson will be quarterback 1A and 1B. But if he stays healthy, he may be trade value down the road, like the Baptist kid that went on to play for Miami this year.
All right, real quick before we jump in, Eli's going in on you, Smoker Jim. Well, he said watching about the start too. He told us. I don't know about that. I think that's all rumors. There's no way they start him.
Why not? Watson won the national championship. His coach is the next Michael Jordan. He was a Pro Bowler.
And that was all lies.
He won the Pro Bowl for Houston.
He was a Pro Bowler, but that's ancient history, man. Come on.
He can't get it back?
No, until he gets those massages again, he's never going to be the same.
Who's that boy that used to stock shells? Who's that boy that used to stock
Kurt
shells?
Warner. Kurt Warner.
Yeah, the Giants thought he didn't have it no more. He goes to Arizona and it beats out a first-round draft pick, Leonard, and end up being a Hall of Famer. out there, man. So
that's what. Yeah, that was one guy, and Watson's off.
Well,
He's
Watson's
coming off
one
of
guy,
two.
too.
He's coming off 2 torn Achilles. This is not the same guy. All right.
Watson don't like to get a rub down no more.
You don't have to be the same guy. He just has to be better than.
And with 2
George
torn
Sanders.
Achilles, stop, man. All right, real quick. Eli said he had 2 drops. Come on, bro. He says Mark Andrews has the best hands in the NFL. Come on,
Oh,
Eli.
not
That's not
Eli.
true. That's definitely not true.
Chill out.
You saw this
Chill
man
out.
drop touchdown passes against the Steelers and in the playoffs with nobody around him. Shador won't see the field. All right, Eli just said, come on. On his worst day, Shador isn't as good. Come on, man. I wish you could call in too, Eli, because you're speaking nonsense. He is better. His
All
middle
day.
health is better now. What about his Achilles? The man's one leg is bigger than the other, Eli. There's no way he's going to beat Shador Sanders. So what's your final grade before we jump in this? What did you give him, Smoking Jim?
A+, and the Rams got an A.
Well, we ain't talking about the Rams,
Oh,
man.
I
You just want to crowbar those guys in there. I agree with you. I think they get an A as well, Smoking Jim. Finally, you're on the right side of history. I do give them an A. Go ahead.
And this is for Ralph, and it's sports related because I believe professional wrestling is real. I'm watching it now on TV, AEW Dynamite. But the great Ted Turner died. Rest in peace. He did a lot.
Yes.
Yes,
Who did?
Yes, he
Who
did.
passed?
Yes, he
Ted
did.
Turner.
I'm sorry, who passed
Ted
away?
Turner.
Ted Turner, the owner
Oh,
of
yeah.
Ted Turner.
Ted Turner. Yeah, that's sad news. Jim, we're talking about real sports here. We ain't talking about that WWE.
Hey,
First take,
watch
like
your mouth, man. Watch your mouth.
Steel City.
Watch your mouth, man.
Anyway, I give the Browns an A as well. Spencer Fano, Casey Concepcion. I thought he could have gone higher. Denzel Boston in the 2nd round. Man,
Yeah,
they had
buddy.
a great day. If they get 6th round, they get one of the most talented quarterbacks, Taylor Green, who's going to be a Taysom Hill times 10. Man, I love it. I give it an A+. All right, Ralph, your grade on the Browns draft before we get to the next one.
Well, I agree that they had a good draft. They got Fano, who I thought the Steelers could have got. They gave away their 6th pick in the draft. They were asking. I didn't hear the Steelers ringing their phone. You know what I mean? I would have took that in a minute and got who I wanted. Instead, we got who we didn't really want. Instead, we ended up getting who we didn't really want. So, but I'll give the Cleveland Browns an A as well. They did a really good job. I like that tight end from Cincinnati. What's his name? Boyer. I think he was, or not with Cleveland. Cincinnati, I think, took Boyer. Or did Cleveland?
No, Cleveland. Joe Warrior from Cincinnati. Right. The Browns took him.
Yeah. He's a good tight end. I've seen him play. He's a good.
Yeah, they got 2 tight ends in this draft.
But
they got
Todd
Ryan as
Monken
well.
got some weapons. Todd Monken got some weapons for his offense. He'll be okay.
Big Run, what you got? And then we'll go to Fillmore. And I think Claudio's on. His camera went off. Go ahead, Big Run. What you got for the Browns?
I like their first 4 picks. I'll give them an A.
An A? Okay. Fillmore, what you got on that?
I'll give them an A, man. The only team that did better were the Raiders. So off season, total off season. But yeah, I give them an A.
All right. Hey, the Browns did it. Hey, Claudio, what did you give them? The Browns.
I give the Browns a B. I like it. Yeah, I think they did good. I like the Boston pickup. Obviously, that was a really good pickup. I give them a B. I'll give them a very solid B. I didn't go crazy over it.
Man, I think they did tremendous. They got, a couple linemen. They got 2 receivers. Maybe the
They
best
picked 3 starters
tackle in the game. Yeah.
But you know what, though?
They went to town on it.
You're right, but for some reason, maybe it's a stupid comment. Maybe if another team drafted those guys, I just said okay. But for some reason, Cleveland, Cleveland is Cleveland.
I don't blame you. I hate Cleveland. You're gonna never see nothing. I feel you. I
You know
ain't
what I'm
mad.
saying though? Like they could have drafted, Lambert and Franco and Mike Webster, and I'd have said, oh man, I don't know if that's going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we'll see, man. All right, Claude, it's on you. What do you have? You're doing Cincinnati. What do you have for that?
What I liked what they did. What did they complain about? Everybody complains about with Cincinnati was the offensive line. Burrow's going to get killed, not helping the backs out in defense. Obviously, they did help the defense by getting Dexter Lawrence. But I like that Davis kid from Washington, not in pretty good size. He's a hitter, and he's got some mechanic issues. But like Jim always talks about, the coaching, and hopefully the coaching will fix him up. The edge, Cassius Howell from Texas A&M, they talk about his short arms. All right, but which I get, which also goes to the small hands from Pickett. But he's going to be a big-time player for them, I think. I think the teams that Texas A&M played, I think he'll be pro-ready right off the bat. They got a pretty good center in Connor Lew from Auburn. Again, an offensive lineman. I think he's going to start. He's a big boy, 6'3", 210. But the thing about him is he moves pretty good. I know he had a torn ACL, but, he should be pretty good. I like their wide receiver, Colby Young from Georgia. I don't know if they should have picked him, though, because I like their wide receiver. Not unless he's going to be a third receiver for them. But you don't draft a third receiver maybe that high. I don't know. But they got a corner. No, I'm sorry. I misread that. They got one thing I did like. They got the tight end. I don't like Drew Sample as for a tight end. He's a good blocker, which is what they needed. But since they improved the offensive line, now they need a receiver who can catch the ball. And that Jack Endries from Texas is more of a receiver than a blocker. So I give them I'm going to give them a B because of the offensive line. A couple of draft picks they got in the offensive line. I do like Howell. And then Connor Lew, like I said, I like him. They got a guy named Brian Parker who's pretty solid. So they did address some needs there. And at the same time, they picked up a few defensive players. But overall, again, picking up Dexter Lawrence was huge. And Jonathan Allen, they signed him. So they improved their defense. They improved their defense through signings and trades. They improved their offensive line through draft picks. So at least they had a game plan. And I think it was pretty good.
Okay. All right, Smoker Jim, what did you get? What did you get, though?
We're talking Cincinnati Bengals?
Cincinnati Bengals, Jim. Keep up, brother. Keep up.
Yeah, I gave them a solid F. Solid F. Cincinnati just can't get it right. Trading away draft. I don't believe in trading away draft picks. They traded away draft picks this year, next year. They still haven't beefed up that offensive line to help the gingerbread man back there, quarterback. One of the most overrated players in the history of the National Football League. Ain't busted a great, but always get all kind of credit. Can't stay healthy, but hey, listen. Cincinnati got a good football team, like Claudio said. Bringing in Sexy Dexy or whatever his name is. Being sexy in Cincinnati ain't gonna help you. Ain't no women there. So again, I gave that whole organization an F.
But Luther, real quick, I think one of the big steals in the draft nobody is talking about is Endries from Texas. He's not a big guy, so he's not a blocker. But that's what Drew Sample is. And he was a good blocker. But since they improved their offensive line, Endries is going to be more of a vertical guy. And I think that's what they needed. They got the receivers in Chase and Higgins and this new kid. But I like the pick from Jack Endries. That could be the steal, not of the draft, but the Bengals, I think, made a hell of a pick there.
Okay. All right. Big Rum, what you get, Cincy?
I give it a B-. Nothing jumps out at me other than Dekario Davis. I think there's a bunch of coin flips on this draft. Some of these people might pan out, which would be good for them since they got a lot of needs in the later rounds, but they're late round draft picks. So and the tell-all be-all other than Cassius Howell and Tacario Davis. Nothing really moves me. So it remains to be seen if Cincinnati is going to be able to develop this talent. So
yeah, I'm with you on that. I give them a C. I like two of their picks, but overall they traded picks away. They better hope Lexi stays healthy. But I like Cassius Howell, Texas A&M. He's a solid player, but outside of the first two, I'm not sure what you're going to get from the other. I give him a C. All right, Big Rome. Fillmore. What you got?
I'd give him a C-, honestly. The best thing they did was work with John Harbaugh to get Dexter Lawrence in there to sabotage the Ravens. That's the best thing that happened to him. That was his parting gift. I got y'all. I'm gonna hook y'all up. But there, like Big Rome said, there's nothing that pops off at them. Their biggest issues was the defensive secondary, the run defense, and the offensive line, and they did not really address that truly in the draft. So I give them a C-.
All right, Ralph, your grade for Cincy.
Well, Cincy, I give them a C because, like Fillmore said. But anyway, I hope that these offensive linemen that they drafted, this Lou kid and the other one here from Duke, if these guys don't work out like that bum with Darius Mims, with Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's going to have a short season. Okay, that's the bottom line. And don't forget too, they have Joe Flacco back, so Flacco might even have a bad season if he has to go in there for Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow's going to have another injury-riddled season because the offensive line stinks again, and Zach Taylor's going to get fired at the end of the year. So there you go.
I thought Zach would have got fired after last year. 3 years in a
Exactly.
row.
Yeah, exactly. So did I. But then they gave him an ultimatum to get rid of his coordinators, and he did that. They told me to get rid of him or you're fired. So
Right.
he got rid of his coordinators. So we'll see what he does this year. This is it for him.
Right. All right, let's jump into Baltimore real quick. They knew they needed a new offensive line. They lost Tyler Linderbaum, which was huge, the center. So it's the new Jesse Mentor era. I like the offensive lineman he got from Penn State. I wanted the Steelers to go after him, but he was going to be going way too soon. Vega, big, strong. He's nimble feet. I think he's a great pick for them. I thought they might go ahead and try to get Reuben Bain Jr. at 14, but they didn't. They got their guard, and then they went after some other receivers later on. I still think that offensive line is going to struggle. I do like the receivers they picked up, Jacoby Lane and Elijah Surratt.
Yes.
Elijah Surratt for Indiana is very underrated. There was a lot of noise made about Omar Cooper Jr., but Surratt made some great catches on that run to the championship. I think they both can help. So I gave them a solid B. I think they could have done a little more, but I gave them a solid B. Smoker Jim, what did you give the Ravens? Jim.
Well, the Ravens still. I'm sorry. The Ravens.
He's
still,
watching AEW Dynamite.
Right.
The Ravens still are playoff quarterback away from doing anything. Hey, listen, I said Joe Burrow was the most overrated quarterback, but it's probably Lamar. But hey, listen, Hall of Famer, loving me, very exciting, but you got to be able to throw the football in the playoffs. Hey, listen, this was a bunch of this was. The Ravens just took up the NFL's time with these picks. First of all, the Samoan from Penn State is about as soft as Dairy Queen ice cream. I've yet to see him.
Wow.
He's the most overrated. Listen, I've never seen a Samoan that couldn't play football. This may be the first one. You got the edge rusher from Missouri, and he never done nothing to impress me. I tell you what, I think the receiver Lane from USC is a little underrated. So it's the Indiana receiver.
Right.
The tight end from SMU is useless. The cornerback from Duke is useless.
Chandler Rivers.
The tight end from Alabama was about 7 string. You know what I mean? They just put him in there. You got a running back from Clemson. that helped almost take the program to 1AA level. And then you got a punter from Michigan State. Hey, listen, this was a horrible draft, terrible draft. And I tell you what, if Harbaugh was still at Baltimore, you would not have seen this reflection in Baltimore. And it's a shame, man. The Ravens is on their way down.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, there's Smoking Jim, man. Somebody, who the ghost said Jim is crazy. Vega's a beast. Somebody already disagrees with you. All right, Claudia, you're.
Hey, Lou. Hey, Lou.
Go ahead.
Hey, Lou. Can you let me know when it's the last 2 minutes of the NBA game so I can turn away from wrestling? Because that's the only time you need to watch the NBA.
Oh, all right. Anyway, Claudia, your thoughts on
I do like the guard from Penn State. I do like, and he's going to start for them right off the bat. And I think he's only going to get better. Again, with proper teaching, proper coaching, I think he's only going to get better. I think he's got the attitude. He's got some nasty in him. He moves well. He's an athlete. I think that'll be good. Zion Young, the outside linebacker, pretty much does – I don't know if he does anything great. I mean, he puts pretty good pressure on the quarterback. I think he's an all-around type guy. I think he was a nice pick. And, I like anybody from USC. I love their backs the past several years. The wide receivers have been – I like their wide receivers, Jacoby Lane. I think that was pretty good. The rest of them, I don't know a whole lot about them. I was a Harbaugh fan for the most part. I don't know much about this guy, to be honest with you. As far as a grade, I'll give them a B, because when you have a couple guys who are going to start right away, now how they perform, how the hell do we know? But they're going to start right away. So if you can do that, that's not a bad draft.
Okay. All right. Big Rum.
I give it a B-. I don't think that they picked too much as far as need on his draft, other than the guard Ioane. I really like him. He's plug and play. Jacoby Lane, he is going to see the field. Maybe Elijah Sherratt, he's a pretty decent pick. But for the most part, these are things with a team that is win now. And I think this draft reflected that.
Right.
And I'm not too high on the draft, but it fills some needs and some, when I say needs, it fills some, they're filling their team out with players that they're going to need for depth. That's the word I was trying to find out. Okay. Their depth. This is a depth draft for them for the most part, but I don't see too many superstars other than their first round draft pick. Jacoby Lanes might make some moves in there, so I like those two draft picks. I give it a B-.
Okay. All right, Ralph. What you get a Raven?
I give him a C. But here's something you might want to know. Their offensive coordinator, Delane Doyle, was a coach with Ben McDonald up there in Detroit, and now he's on his own now because he was the offensive coordinator last year with the Bears. So let's see what he does with this talent that they drafted. And I agree with Big Rome in the fact that a lot of this stuff here is pretty much. But here's the steal of their draft: the 7th round pick from Northwestern. This guy, I can't believe he slipped to number 7. This Bernstein or whatever. He's pretty good. And I'm surprised he slipped as far as he did. And, it was interesting to see 2 Michigan players get drafted back-to-back in the late rounds for Baltimore. But I give him a C. We'll see where they go. I like the wide receiver picks, and I like the guy from Penn State. And, they stacked up on offense and defense as well. They kind of a wide variety, drafted a punter. So I give him a C. So,
okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What you got, Fillmore?
I give him a C plus.
C
plus. C plus. C plus. Almost a B. Because they lost Linderbaum, and it's hard to replace that, one of the best centers in the league, because now when they lean heavy on a run, that's the guy that you need. You need a smart center at the run. But with their first round draft pick out of Penn State, that helps the run game, so I appreciate that. I like the receivers because they need someone that can catch consistently, because Zay Flowers, he got the hands of Roberto Duran. You feel me? So you need someone that can catch. If you know what I'm saying, like, so I like that part. But the rest were, as Big Rome said, they were drafting for depth, even for the undrafted free agent. With the quarterback Ravia, he's going to be a nice quarterback in the league, but he's going back up. He's going to back up. He's going to back up. But I do see the Ravens taking the dip in production over the change from Harbaugh. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see the AFC North is going to be it's going to look different this year. And I don't think you're going to be the cream of the crop of the AFC anymore.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, man, I hope everybody gave us their picks. Now we're going to switch it to basketball a little bit. All right, let me go to Fillmore. Start us off on this topic. Jim, this is the orange ball. All right. Get us scored on this one, and we'll go to Rome to close us out.
All right, first, man, there was a debacle that happened, okay? We got the Boston Celtics that was up. They were up 3-1.
Yeah.
They were up 3-1. And for some reason, they shot themselves out the game against the Knicks. They lived and died by the three-pointer. They died by the three-pointer. Yeah. Yes, Jason Tatum was gone. Yes, but guess what? Most of the year he wasn't there. And I blame Jaylen Brown. I blame Dwight. I blame Coach because they were down 1 and they kept shooting threes.
That's their game.
They lived and died by, and they went out on their sword. But there's a point in the game where you have to slow it down and you have to be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We got to get this one. We got to get this. You could have put, man, Jaylen Brown with his back to the basket. Jaylen Brown was my MVP candidate because he played both sides of the floor, unlike Jokic. And he did not step up for his team when they needed them.
Ooh.
And so also, maybe Jason Tatum came back too soon. Because now he got to risk the rest of the summer.
Yep.
Rehabbing and training, and probably miss the first part of next season as well. So maybe he came back a little too soon. But man, they pushed him back. Remember, the Warriors pushed Durant back. They pushed him back soon. And Achilles, you push Jason Tatum back soon, Achilles. So there's something going on in the NBA about this rushing people back to play. There's something going on in the strength and conditioning of the NBA because all these Achilles tears is getting out of hand, and that caused them team chemistry. Shooting threes caused the Boston Celtics to just fall out.
Okay.
And so, man, that right there is too negligible. But I guess it's Boston. They're gonna keep their coach.
Hey, listen. All right. One thing I have a question. Do you think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum will be there next year? Or do you think one of them's gone?
Tatum's coming back for sure. Tatum's coming back for sure. The trade may be Giannis and Jaylen Brown in the package. That might be the trade. So
I've heard that rumor. I don't think Jaylen Brown is back. I mean, they both are two of the highest paid players in the NBA. You just can't sustain a roster if you have the two highest paid players on the same team. And Jaylen Brown proved he can handle his own team. Despite what you said, Fillmore, I don't think he's the reason they lost it. He didn't have much help. He had to do it all, and his legs were gone by the end of that series. And, of course, Embiid coming back wiped them out. You know, they were down 3-1. Embiid comes back from an appendectomy, and, of course, he's out tonight. You never know with Embiid. They got a tough one. The Knicks have been good, man. The Knicks, that first game, man, they brought out the Joe Jackson belt on the 76ers. And it looks like they're going to go up 2-0. They're up 105-99 as we tape this. But They've been, 140-89 against Atlanta in game 7, and in the first game against Philly, they opened it up. So Knicks looking good right now.
They have no answer for Jaylen Brown right now. They have no answer for him. And just as the, but you know what though?
They have no answer for Brunson.
Brunson. Thank you for Jalen Brunson. They have no answer for Brunson, and the Celtics really had no answer for Embiid, even though he has I don't care what nobody say, his knee's jacked up. Every time the gazelle fall, he hold his knee. He is
right.
He something's wrong with his knee. I don't care what you. Didn't he have he had a
Eli. Oh man, hold on. We got Eli calling in, man.
Oh come on, Eli. Let's go.
On, Eli. He couldn't call early. What's up, Eli?
Hey, I was talking to my son, and that the time with your son comes before calling in.
Absolutely.
So I want to go back. I missed some time when you guys are on the NBA now. Phil knows NBA is not my conversation. So I want to go back to this NFL thing. First, I want to rectify the Mark Andrews thing y'all laughed about. Okay. Yeah, 1.4% drop rate last season. Okay, that was the best in the NFL. His 4.8% for his career is higher than 10 NFL Hall of Fame wide receivers. Also higher than Antonio Gates. Okay, or it's better than Antonio Gates, who is a Hall of Famer. Better than Tony Gonzalez, who's a Hall of Famer. Mark Andrews had 2 really badly timed drops. It happens to everybody. The game that Terrell Owens caught the catch to, he had 3 drops in that game leading up to that catch. Okay, so you can have a couple bad ones. It's how you recover, right? All right. I want to talk about the Browns. Mary Kay Cabot reported that Deshaun Watson is ahead, and this is a lady that just last year won an excellent reporting from the Sports Writers of America. She's
been a bona fide Shador hater. Come on, that's been
exactly.
Proven. That's been
exactly.
Proven. Stop that. We're not going to let you do that.
Hey, and who knows my opinion on Shador? We talk Shador. I think Shador is a better quarterback than Cam Ward. Shador knows how to throw different passes than Cam Ward. My thing is this: Shador is not the guy. He is not the guy. When he moved to the Big 12, because at the HBCU level, they were dominating. Okay, Jackson State. They also had the hype train of playing for a Hall of Fame coach. So every kid wanted to play at Jackson State that was in there, that was eligible. They wanted to. They had the Travis Hunters. Travis Hunter could have played at Alabama if he wanted to. He could have played at LSU if he wanted to. He could have played at USC if he wanted to. He could have played at Ohio State if he wanted to. He wanted to play for his boy, Deion Sanders. The thing is, Shador goes to the Big 12. They had the weakest schedule in the Big 12, and they did not win the Big 12. Okay, he played against some dumpster fire defenses and padded some really good stats. The one thing that I do like about Shador is he's tough. He will try and make a play. Okay,
but hold up, Eli. Hold up. You talking about the same team that was 1-9 when he came there?
Exactly.
You talking about that same with no O-line? Come on, man. And then the next year they won 9 games. Come on, man.
Look, and now you say that, Eli. You like to do a lot of stats. Look at his stats in 2023: 3,230 yards, 27 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. 2024. 4,134, 37 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. So come on, that's in 2 years he threw for over 7,000 yards. He was doing his thing there, and it wasn't all to Travis Hunter.
He did. He had a lot of his big throws to the dude on the opposite side. He actually had the other dude had the higher yards per catch, which I don't know his name. Sorry, I don't know.
Is it Jimmy Horn?
Jimmy Horn and Jonte Wester, both of them.
Jonte Wester, Travis Hunter.
I don't know.
They even had Weaver.
Yeah, they had Weaver. Mm-hmm.
I don't know the ex receiver's name. I don't know his name, but I watched. I also watched Travis Hunter get destroyed by Elick Iomanner, who played for Stanford and wrecked him for 11 catches and 270 yards and 3 touchdowns. But that's neither here nor there. The thing is, the NFL game is way different than any level of college.
True.
Best of the best of the best. The best of the best in college are just as good as the worst of the worst in the NFL. Okay, those guys are already pros. They've already proven on the college level they can do it. The problem we're having here with all the hate on Deshaun Watson, because I've got a lot of information on that Deshaun Watson situation. The dude had his mental health completely shot. He went from being the guy, the undisputed second in MVP voting, to a guy that had a bunch of women fly across the country to rub him down, to now he's a sexual predator. That is going to destroy, which he's not a sexual predator, which destroyed his psyche. The dude, when he left Houston, said goodbye to even the lunch lady in Houston, knew everybody in the organization's name, knew their families. He was not some piece of crap that Cleveland, because Cleveland is a shithole in the NFL, which wants to put out there. I'm from Ohio. I can call Ohio cities whatever I want because I know it's true. But
for monetization purposes,
perpetuated Deshaun Watson as something he's not. That ruined his mental health. That kid was born in the church, raised in the church. He was a community kid. He's always been a community kid. He has never had anything bad said or done in his entire life until that. It ruined him. You going out in front of your home team, the team you play for, and they're booing you and calling you a rapist, holding up signs, that is going to destroy your mental health. And as anybody on this planet knows, your mental health fuels your physical health. Okay? He was playing.
And look, it didn't destroy Ben Roethlisberger.
Right.
He went out and ball.
Right. Listen, Eli, all that's true. But look, when I saw him hanging out with Mia Khalifa, I knew something was going on with Deshaun Watson. This before all the allegations. He was running around with Mia Khalifa. Yes, he had that reputation coming out, but once he started hanging with her, all this other stuff happened. So, and not only his mental health, the man had 2 torn Achilles.
Yep.
He's not coming back from that. No, that was part of his game. He was a mobile quarterback.
His body failed him.
His body failed him. His sexual urges failed him. His mental health failed him. He's done.
Yeah, look, he's going to win Comeback Player of the Year this year. Listen, I already said I'd buy you guys coffee. Straight up, I'll buy you guys coffee.
Comeback Player of the Year. Oh, my gosh.
And this is what I want to put up right now.
Comeback Player of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year. Browns. The Browns will finish 500 or better in the division. So 3-3 or better. I think they'll go 4-2. I think they split with the Rams. I think they split with the Ravens, and I think they split with the Steelers. They'll sweep the Bengals because the Bengals did not do anything to help Joe Burrow get murdered behind the line. But Deshaun Watson wins that job.
I don't see. I'm not even sure he can make it healthy to game 1. You know, there's a whole lot, and plus the fans hate Deshaun Watson as well. So he has to do a lot. Yes, he's getting all that money. That's the only reason he would get on the field. And Underground said the only thing getting Watson on the field is the money.
Exactly.
And Underground also pointed out Pat Mahomes and Brock Purdy also lost games in the Big 12. So,
but do you think him not playing the past couple of years, he's
rusty,
rejuvenated, and maybe he's ready, more motivated? And Eli made a lot of great points mentally.
I think he's rusty. I don't think if you haven't played, you coming off two torn Achilles, all of a sudden your mental health is going to be better.
Well, but some other things. I think a 2-year growth. I think Eli made some great points.
He made some great points, but he's wrong about those points.
It's going to happen. Deshaun Watson never stopped working out. That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
He never once stopped. He has a team of coaches. I know some of his coaches. He has a team of coaches that made sure he was beyond ready. Because here's another thing that Cleveland can do. Watson's going to beat Shedeur Sanders. I'm not saying Shedeur is trash. Cam Ward is trash. Shedeur is better than Cam Ward. They can be in the same can together, okay? Watson starts. Watson's going to light it up. Who's to say that Watson isn't completely tradable and proves that he has value?
Listen, nobody's touching Deshaun Watson.
There's a lot of
he's a PR nightmare, Eli. Nobody's touching him.
You have to have the reputation of an Andy Reid.
Right. If he didn't have a guaranteed contract right now, Eli, he would be out the league. And you not both know that.
As of June 1st, Cleveland will be responsible for 100% of his salary. If he goes into the season as the starter and he goes and plays until the second week of November when the trade deadline is, okay, and he is traded, Cleveland owes him, not the team that trades him. Cleveland owes him the rest of his salary. This is going to be the last year he has guaranteed money. He can completely, Cleveland can wipe their hands free. And if they think that Shedeur is the guy, maybe Shedeur, he might be, but he's not going to beat Deshaun Watson for the job.
Listen, Deshaun Watson's a veteran. Veterans know how to go to camp, so he's going to look good at camp.
He does.
But we're going to have to see when they get to the games.
When the preseason games start flying and he can't move and he's having scared feet back there, looking like he did a couple years ago. I think he's done. I don't think he has it. He's shook.
A couple years ago, he wasn't the man that he is now. Look at Deshaun Watson now. He's married. He's a dad.
He was dating that same woman back then too.
And don't forget, he has Todd Monken as his head coach, who's a quarterback guru. So let's see what Monken does with him first.
I think Eli is damn near on spot, and I think he is going to start, and I think he might get comeback player of the year. I really do. I think Eli made some great points.
Monken's the head coach here, so
I agree. He
made some good points.
I doubt he's going to start, and he definitely won't get comeback player of the year. I mean, I don't think. Listen,
doesn't even get hurt. There's a lot of people because I know a lot of NFL people. There's a lot of people because Kansas City was so bad and they knew they were going to miss the playoffs. There is word they shut Mahomes down so they could have a higher pick, and he didn't really tear his ACL, LCL. He had, because if you look at, because there are people out there that can leak this shit. He had only ever medically, the only thing that ever showed up on an MRI was a strain on his MCL. There was no tear on his ACL. There was no tear on his ACL, and that is medically documented. So Mahomes and his whole, I tore my ACL, I'm going to come back and go 14-3 this year. That's bullshit.
Eli's breaking some breaking news. All right, so he was faking the ACL injury.
You don't tear your ACL. Look, I know people in the league. You don't tear your ACL in December and start week 1. It don't happen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to start week 1. And then I don't think he's starting week 1.
Andy Reid said in phase 1 and 2 there's no contact. Phase 3, the entire walkthrough is installed. He said Mahomes can do everything as of today, and this was last Wednesday. They know that he's not going to get hit. They know Mahomes. You can't hit Mahomes. You can't hit your quarterback in the off season. So they're banking on him, in quotes, on him having enough reps with the team so he's not rusty as everybody says. Because that's muscle memory doesn't just go away after 12 weeks. Muscle memory is something that stays with you. Okay, that's why Tom Brady is still out there able to do exactly what he was doing at 48, what he was doing at 43, at 24, at 28. If you are that guy, you're that guy. It doesn't just go away. And that's why Deshaun Watson, I know for a fact he's going to be back and he's going to be just as good, if not better than he was in Houston. He's gotten better. Other than because his offensive line at Houston was trash too. Let's not forget that. He had Larry Tunsil for 2 years. That's it. And Larry Tunsil wasn't even that good until he ended up elsewhere. So it's like
with two severe lower leg injuries.
That's exactly
he's not going to be able to run.
He's not going to be moving like that. Shedeur probably has more mobility than Watson at this point.
Shedeur's a great athlete. Shedeur is an athlete. Nobody's ever questioned Shedeur's athleticism. Deshaun Watson doesn't have to be that guy. He doesn't. He's got the arm skill. He knows how to read a defense. You think that guy wasn't sitting in his room with his coaches looking at every single game? You think Deshaun Watson doesn't know the Rams, Steelers, and Bengals?
The thing is, we've never seen that guy.
Right.
That
was in Houston. We're looking at Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson. 2 years is a long time not to be on the field.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Underground. Great point.
The jersey does not make the man. The man makes the jersey. Okay? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were swag, and Brady took them to a Super Bowl.
Well, Tampa Bay always had talent. They just needed a quarterback. I mean, heck. Listen.
They just got him. This Denzel Boston looks like Mike Evans out there.
He's a beast. He shouldn't have fallen to the second round. He's big. He's strong.
He reminds me of Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans combined. Straight up. Concepcion is he's. I hate to say it, poor man's Jalen Waddle, but that's who he looks like is Jalen Waddle out there.
Wow.
He's shifty like Brandon Cooks. Who Brandon Cooks had great success with Deshaun Watson as his quarterback. all I'm saying is, hey, Brandon Cooks 7 straight years, seven different quarterbacks, 1,000 yards. Like the only time he ever had the same quarterback was in New Orleans.
Right.
The dude always put up 1,000-yard seasons. The dude was a beast until he got concussed in the Super Bowl. He got murdered by freaking Malcolm Jenkins. Like, hey, he was doing it. Dude. Brandon Cooks was doing it.
Right. Nope. Hey, real quick, always appreciate the call. But one thing, so you're saying Cam Ward won't improve on his numbers from last year, right? You're saying he's a bum. 3,169 yards, 15 touchdowns. You're saying he's going to have worse numbers this year.
I have a very sad premonition that I feel like the Titans are going to have to deal with is they did not upgrade revolving door more at left tackle.
Gibbs boy.
I think Cam Ward can't throw the ball from his back, dude. I don't think he plays a full season.
Wow.
I don't think Trubisky will come in and play the full season, and I don't think Will Levis will come in and play the full season. I think all 3 quarterbacks will play this season. And I think, sad to say, because Phil and I were just talking about this on Monday, Trubisky, as booty as he is, I think he plays more reps because of injury.
Wow. Okay.
Cam Ward played in the little ass ACC, and he played at little college. This is the NFL, dude. And he's also dealing with a shoulder injury. Now, obviously, it wasn't all that bad. You take a shoulder injury. Look, Chad Pennington was a beast at Marshall. Hurt his shoulder in his first year in the Jets. Was never the same.
Right. That's true. Hopefully he's able to get through it.
Oh. Well, because look at what Daboll has done in the NFL. Okay, Josh Allen was 3.7 second routes. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, you're getting your quarterback hit every play. Look at how many sacks Josh Allen took when Daboll was the coordinator in Buffalo. Like, he was getting destroyed, like absolutely smacked up. And this is the thing that he's going to get to look forward to is getting smacked up. The Jaguars have a great defense. The Colts have great defense. Houston has the best defense. He's going to get flattened week after week after week after week. And it's not going to be long before he takes one of those hits from Josh Allen of the freaking the Jaguars, and he's done. Because Allen hit him. It was like 1.4 seconds snap to sack. Like, bro, that's all in your hand. You're on your second step back, and you're on the ground already. Nobody can throw. Nobody can win a game like that.
Yeah. Hey, Eli, man, always appreciate the call. We have one more call before we get out of here, man. I hope Cam Ward has a better season than you're predicting, but we'll see.
I think if they run the ball, he'll be okay, but they can't do that if the line sucks. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks a lot, Eli. Appreciate you. Do we have another call on this line? Look like we lost Sean. All right, Big Rome, lead us on our last basketball talk before we get out of here.
Okay, really quickly. The last series that Minnesota had with Denver, Jaden McDaniels said that their whole defense is soft. And just like the video that you put up, they were slicing through their defense like a hot knife through butter. As the 2K community says, that paint was sweet AF. So, as you can see, there was nothing that they can do about it, and that was impressive. Then you went back to the game versus San Antonio. They were ultra aggressive, and it didn't seem like San Antonio at the time adjusted in time enough to make the comeback. They lost by 2, but Wembanyama was taken off his square. He shot 5 for 17. De'Aaron Fox shot 5 for 14. I didn't like what they were doing shooting wise from the 3-point line. They usually have a better opportunity to make points that way. But Wembanyama had 12 blocks, I believe, which is ridiculous. So
yeah, that was nuts.
He almost had more blocks than points.
He had a triple double off of blocks, rebounds, and points, which was very impressive. But if they can improve the shooting, you will see the means of what this series is supposed to be. So you're always going to have to make your buckets. But I like them on defense. I like what Minnesota did on defense because that gives me to that old school tingle in my back where you get a little physical on defense and they're not blowing the whistle. Now, for the Western Conference Finals, the whistle might get swallowed a little bit because you know who, the foul merchant, will get these calls. But that last game, he was flopping around like crazy. He's flopping around like a fish, and he didn't get all them calls.
Yeah. He was doing some extra stuff.
It is disgusting, and we're going to talk about this next week because I need to. He is disgusting. He is impressive and disgusting at the same time. These flops are ridiculous, and I feel like his game doesn't need it. I feel like that he has a team capable enough for him, and his team is the team capable enough to do what they need to do to make it to the Western Conference Finals and possibly to the finals. I still like San Antonio. And you see what San Antonio
might get put out by Minnesota. Minnesota has some dogs.
You say that, but you see what happened. They lost by 2, and they shot miserable from the 3-point line. That rarely never happens. So
they're playing out, man, and they're neck and neck. They better win this one, or they might.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Luther Dupree. You keep talking, but when we talk about what we're going to put up, you're quiet as the church mouse. Don't start bragging on your own. Don't start bragging on your own show, talking tough to me, especially about my own team. Because I tell you what to do.
Your team is winless in this round of the playoffs.
My team continues to win and win and win and win. And you're silent as a church mouse.
They haven't won in a long time, Big Rome. You're going back to the 90s.
I'm not going back. I'm not going back. You're going back. I'm going back to what we're capable of. And then in Western Conference, we only lost 20 games. So we're not talking about last year, the year before, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. This year, we went 62-20. So let's talk about that.
We'll see that, but it's what you do in the playoffs. Right now, they're down 0-1, and they're in a dogfight. Real quick, Sean, we only got a few minutes, man. Sean, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Sean?
Happy 50th birthday to your wife, Luther. Happy 50th birthday to her.
Appreciate that, Sean.
I know there was a lot of controversy with the NFL draft, the way they did the traffic. But I want to say, due to the incident that happened on Route 65 before you get to the Fort Duquesne Bridge.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
That was terrible. I was right past here. Oh, man.
Want to send my condolences to the families of whoever lost members to that. Some of you guys may know, some of you may not know that I oversee traffic, and unfortunately, I would have saw that incident live if I was working that. So, the NFL and the Steelers got it right the way they set up traffic, because that could have been 2 weeks ago, and that could have been damaged if there would have been people there. Real quick. Minnesota and the San Antonio, real quick. San Antonio better win this game. One thing I've learned growing up, sports is all about matchups. Minnesota matches up with San Antonio. And I think what helps Minnesota is Rudy Gobert understands he don't got to be an offensive player. Just play defense like he played against Denver. So if San Antonio don't win this next game, I honestly don't see how they win this series if they don't win tonight.
Absolutely. It's a must win. I agree 100%. Any other final thoughts before we get out of here, Sean? Appreciate you calling, man. Every week.
No problem. You know, you gotta give people their time as well. Just can't wait to see the way training camp plays out with the Steelers, and just want to see how everything goes. You know, the draft has happened. I guess sometime around Stack's birthday next week, we'll be getting a schedule. The NFL got to know the schedule by now.
Right.
They hopefully release about Stack's birthday next week. Just looking forward to seeing what game I may go to. And one final thing, I was down in Nashville for my goddaughter and cousin's graduation from Tennessee State. Congratulations to them and their friends and family that all graduated from there. I rode past the Titans' current stadium in a new stadium that they're building with a dome. I may have to get down there for a game because
I heard it's all that.
It's going to be really nice, and it's pretty much along the river. So it's going to be interesting to see how the way that plays out with that new stadium.
Okay. All right, Sean. Appreciate you as always, man. Thanks for the call. All right, man. All right. Listen. Smoking Jim, any final thoughts before we get out of here? Jim.
Well, Mark Andrews only had 40 catches and 8.8 yards a catch last year. His worst season ever. Even the bum corner Hayward could have done that. And hey, listen, I don't think that Deshaun Watson is worried about booze. This is a guy that grew up in a rat-infested apartment with roaches in the cereal until Rourke donated a house to him and his family. So when you grow up like that, man, you don't worry about nobody booing.
Good point. All right. Claudio had to run. Big Row, final thoughts.
I'm just excited for the NBA, the football. Listening to people talking about football when it's doing it on a daily basis is getting to be tiresome. So I can't wait for these camps. And I'm actually 50-50. They talked me into if Roger stays, if Roger goes, I could take it either way at this point, to be honest with you. And that's a topic that we could broach next week. Because at this point, when they're talking about these youngins, we got to see them on the field at a certain point. Right. And if Rodgers come, we're not going to see him on the field. We're going to have not one, but two, but three, because I'm pretty sure we're going to draft a quarterback next year. So at this point, hopefully it comes sooner rather than later, but I don't care if he does or he doesn't at this point. I just want to see what we can do with the people that we want to be here.
Okay.
And I'm excited for that.
Okay. All right, Fillmore, what you got for us?
Man, at age 41, LeBron James outplayed the reigning MVP in the first playoff game, which is bananas to me. And SGA might be a back-to-back MVP as well. And for him to have 18, for him to have only 18 points in the first playoff game and half his team turnovers, that's disgusting, SGA. And you shouldn't let old man LeBron James outplay you. He outscored, he's the top scorer on both teams, man. Even though the Lakers are going to get, I think, going to get a gentleman's sweep, 4 games to 1. LeBron James is crazy, man. Timeless. That's nuts.
I got you. All right, Ralph, what you got for us?
Well, the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs are going on right now, and we'll see what happens. We'll see where these teams go. It's great to see some of the old rivalries, like the Sixers and the Celtics and the Knicks involved in this. That is the thing that I think is gonna be good for the NBA this year, and I hope that it continues those old rivalries from back in the day. That's what I like about it, and I hope the Carolina Hurricanes can pull it off and get into the Stanley Cup. That's my team for the rest of the way. So
okay,
just to let everyone know on that one. And the Steelers, I'm gonna wait and see. So
yeah, got to. Listen, I had a chance to run into Smoking Jim, man. Smoking Jim's the only guy who would go to Eaton Park with a case. That briefcase, I don't know what was in it. It looked like it was full of one.
No, I gotta get it up. No,
yeah, that's a nice case.
Who comes to Eaton Park with a briefcase like that, man? He was just coming from. Where were you coming from?
That's a bulletproof briefcase.
With a briefcase.
That's his money he won at the casino.
Where's the handcuff and the chain at? That's what I want to see.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there.
That's it, Jim, man. You're the only guy, man. But, appreciate.
How you come from a diamond heist and go to Eaton Park? That's crazy. I don't know how you do.
Right.
That's straight from the river.
Only smoking Jim. But I'm loving the playoffs this year, man.
Poker chips.
Hey, Big Rum, I'm just saying, if the San Antonio Spurs lose tonight, stick a fork in them.
You had your opportunity to put that bread up every single time, and now you talk about because we down 1-0.
About bread, we can talk about that off here. We can talk about that off here. All I'm saying, if the boys don't win, stick a fork in them. And
you know what my brother used to say? If it's for fists, we'd be all jacked up.
So here's what I am going to say, and you'll agree. If they lose this one, stick a fork in.
I don't agree.
You can't go down 0-2 at home. Hey, that being said, appreciate all the calls. Eli, appreciate Sean for calling in. Got the nuclear football. Appreciate Underground, Frank Jackson in here. We had some new guys. Joking Exposed as a Leeds Bex player. Yes, and top 5 all time. But appreciate all you guys, man. Make sure you check out the website, SC Sports World. We'll check you out next time. Peace.
Yo, get ready. The game's about to ignite. Steel City Sports World. We ready to fight. From the steel to the field, we bring the heat. Luther J. Dupree Jr., ain't nobody can compete. Welcome to the show where the legends collide. Smoking Jim and Claudio right by my side. We break it down hard, raw like a hammer. From the Pirates to the Steelers, we light up the banner. Pittsburgh pride, straight from the heart. We cover every angle with a real work of art. Panthers making moves, high school shining bright in the Steel City. Yo, we ready for the fight. Steel City Sports World, nobody does it better. But Fillmore, Big Rome, we're the trendsetter. Ralph R.W. Media, bringing the vibes. Passion in our talk, you know we keep it live. In the Steel Town, where the grit meets the grind. We break it all down, we'll never fall behind. Aggressive like the players, we ride the high wave. Informing the masses, it's the truth we pave. With football fever, baseball dreams, Pittsburgh's got the hustle, ripping at the seams. Intensity a match, this is pure dedication. Your source for the game, this is our foundation. Steel City Sports World, we bring the truth. Aggressive and raw, we speak for the youth. From the pitch to the court, we lay it all down. In the heart of the city, we wear the crown. No bias, no fakes, it's the real deal here. We dissect every moment, keep your vision clear. We'll take you from the highs to the lows of the game. In the Steel City, we all feel the same. Luther's got the vision, the fire, the spark. As we dive into battles under the street lights dark. Let's talk about legends, from parks to pro plays. In the Steel City Sports World, we're here to stay. From the raw of the crowd to the end of the play, we break the news raw, there's no other way. With every play analyzed, every call put in place. Steel City Sports World, we own this space. So grab your gear, it's time to engage in the world of